The man is of no real use to anyone else, and my daughters do so love entertaining foreigners. Furthermore, I can assure you if you entrust the mortal to House Dimitrescu, my daughters and I shall deliver to you the finest.
Way ugly! I want to see! He's awake!
Brother, shut the fuck up!
What? Where?
You mean you'll
Welcome back, guys, to another honest review where I give my personal episode of this series. I have a game so mixed with the fan base of a beloved franchise that, in my opinion, it's a great game, which is Resident Evil Village, which was released May 7, 2021, 1 month after this video is going to be released on this channel. This is going to be a quick review, and maybe in the future I'll discuss this game in details, bit by bit, and say what I thought about it. As you know, I'll be discussing this game solely by its story, graphics, and of course, gameplay. So without further ado, let's review this Resident Evil Village in a quick summary. The story. Years after tragic events of Resident Evil 7, Ethan Winters has started over with his wife Mia, finally living in peace and putting the past behind them. However, Chris Redfield, the legendary hero from the previous game, suddenly disrupts their life, throwing a devastated Ethan into a new and twisted nightmare in search of answers. Without any spoilers, all I can say about this game from a short summary is when you first play this game, it's pretty amazing the first 4 hours. Until you get to the second half, however. It just gets a little bit downgraded on certain things. It becomes a little bit terrible, if you ask me. Not all the characters are likable. Some of them feel one-dimensional, so they're pretty forgettable.
Seriously?
Most of the characters, I would think if they had some more development time, they will become like more likable, you know? But certain villains, they're just villains just to be villains, you know? They don't have a reason to. You get like maybe if you do get some little details about them at the end of the game, but that's all you get. You don't really get anything like more important about them. The best character in this game has to be the most beautiful and tallest lady of the game, Lady D, or how I say it because nobody can fucking pronounce her name, Lady Dimitrescu. She's obviously the biggest meme of 2020 all the way to this year.
Sorry.
Everybody wanted to play this game, not because this was a Resident Evil game, because some people bought this game just to jerk off to Lady D. Well, sorry to disappoint your little pee-pee, guys, because she's only 2 hours into the game. So if you guys wanted to play solely because she was in it, sorry, because she's only 2 hours into this game, which is kind of disappointing if you ask me, but especially how much marketing they put on her in the trailers and the commercials and all of that. But that doesn't really bother me because I just knew that just like Resident Evil 7 with the Baker family, you meet Jack. He's basically the first encounter you get. You kill him off already in the beginning. But the thing is, they could have just added a thing where Lady D, she just keeps coming back with a different transformation. No, they didn't decide to do that. Instead, they just pulled a fucking 2 hours into this game. They pulled like Joel from The Last of Us. They gave us 2 hours, just like they did with Joel, where they marketed the fuck out of him in the commercials, and then they completely threw him off by killing him 2 hours into the game of an 11-hour experience. This is basically what Resident Evil 8 is. But that didn't really bother me. So overall, the story to me, despite the first half being good and the other half being a little bit meh, I actually did enjoy my time with the game. In fact, I'm literally, right now when you're looking at this recording, this is my second playthrough of the game. So obviously you can tell that this is definitely a Resident Evil I will never forget. Especially this is the first Resident Evil that I bought on release day. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool time. The gameplay. A lot of people are probably going to hate me on this. I love the gameplay for Resident Evil Village. I know there's a lot of critics and certain fans that say that this game felt clunky when it first came out, but when I actually played it, it didn't feel at all clunky. You see, the aiming system and the way the character moves, it's practically the same shit as RE7. I really don't see anybody complain about Resident Evil 7 the way the gameplay is, but the fact that people actually complain about Resident Evil Village for the way it plays, it's completely stupid. Maybe later on in the future they're probably gonna update the game, like do a little patch on the way it plays. But like when it comes to like everything else though, first of all, look at the reloading system whenever Ethan shoots. It's completely, I love the detail on that shit. I also hear a lot of people complaining about the running. First of all, if you never played a Resident Evil game before, you should know that most of the characters are basically fucking jogging. They're literally not running at all in this game. Everybody basically has the same jogging animation just to make this game more suspenseful. Alright? So if y'all gonna like pretty much hate this game solely because of the gameplay, then why the fuck did you buy this game? Minus Lady D, so you got me there. But I just really love the way how this game felt. It felt really good. When you killed an enemy, it felt really nice actually. It gave me like Resident Evil 4 vibe, or where whichever detail you hit them at, whichever part of the body you hit them, they basically get hurt. I think I don't remember. All I remember that I just be doing like really nice headshots on the enemies, and obviously not trying to brag or anything, but I'm pretty good at Resident Evil Village. But yeah, I just think that this is really, gameplay overall is just really fun. I see no complaint with it. So if y'all gonna start complaining because this gameplay is like clunky, like give it a shot, you know? Cause when I first played it, sure it was confusing, but I still remembered RE7's version of how it plays. So if y'all complain about this game being weird, play Resident Evil 7 then. Then you're gonna start bitching like little babies about it. See, look, right now this is just a recording of my friend. One of my friends played this game, and obviously I told him to fucking guard, and he didn't fucking guard for shit. So obviously he was fucking terrible at the game. But from what I can gather, he had a good, decent time with it. He didn't mind the aiming. I mean, he should have fucking shot the guy already because he just stood still. A fucking idiot. But yeah, you know, overall, gameplay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll give the gameplay that. The graphics overall, though, the graphics, fucking beautiful, bro. How do you not like this game? Like, this is probably the most stunning and, in my opinion, the best looking Resident Evil game next to like Resident Evil 3. This is absolutely a gorgeous game, and it's really impressive because this is probably supposed to be for like a PlayStation 5, and I got the PS4 version, but either way the PS4 version still looks good as well. I just see no complaint with this game whatsoever. Like the water texture, the snow is fucking gorgeous. Like the whole, I was like kind of worried that snow in a Resident Evil game was gonna ruin the actual scare experience, because usually if it's in a bright location it was gonna be really scary. And that's the thing, is the story for this game wasn't really scary. The game overall wasn't. I wasn't terrified. I had a little bit of spooks, but you know, overall it definitely didn't compare to Resident Evil 7. But like when it comes to graphics though, the graphics are just fucking beautiful, bro. It's weird because I know a lot of people, I know there's a lot of nitpicks about the graphics. Like people say that it didn't have like the same level as Resident Evil 2. That's like one person I heard say that. Overall, I think everybody else just agree with me that the graphics for this game is just beautiful. Like, look at that. Look at the fire effects. Look at the snow, and look at the way the werewolves just jumped. It's just fucking terrifying just to experience that shit. Overall, the graphics department is just really good. So, you just basically heard my commentary about this game. Just, you know, I didn't use a script this time. Maybe the beginning part I did use a script, but you know, I just, since last video with the infamous, a lot of you can tell I was using a script, I basically enjoyed my honest opinion about this game. So what did I think overall? Resident Evil Village has so many things right with, in my opinion, so many little things wrong. Like, there's little things wrong that I could say anything bad about this game. Yes, the story is very mixed. Not a lot of people are gonna like the story. I personally enjoyed it, despite the second half being a little bit rushed and not as fun as the first half. But with all due said, though, I think this is probably one of my favorite games in the Resident Evil series. I think it could be like at least number 2 or number 1 next to Resident Evil 4. Like, it's hard. I can never put... I love Resident Evil 4 since it was my first Resident Evil and it was such a fun experience. But I could say that this game was better than Resident Evil 7. Definitely not scary, of course, but like the atmosphere, the way the characters look, the different variations that you get, it just felt so different and new that I could not hate this game. A lot of people will hate it, and other people will like it. If I had to choose, I will be on the other side of people that will like this game. This game is just amazing. Maybe later on in the year, I'll probably replay this game all over again, record some more gameplay footages, because as you can see, I only recorded parts of the castle, since this is my second playthrough, and I did promise people that I was going to release this video soon. But like overall, when it comes to the story, I will give Resident Evil a solid 7 out of 10. There's a lot of things bad with it, and a lot of good things about it. Like, the story-wise will be a 7 out of 10 in my opinion. Gameplay overall, it can be a little... as much as I praise the gameplay, yeah, I can... From my second playthrough, I did see a little bit clunky. A little clunkiness, you know, not too bad, I guess. You know, I can see where the problem lies. But I just personally loved it. So, like, gameplay overall is a solid 9 out of 10. Graphics overall, of course, this is probably the most gorgeous PS4 game right now. I mean, a lot of people are going to say Last of Us Part 2. I say go fuck yourself. No, it's not. I just personally love this game. This game is amazing. The graphics overall, a solid fucking 10 out of 10. Overall, from the story being a 7 out of 10, and the graphics being a 10 out of 10, with the gameplay being a 9 out of 10, I will probably give this game at least an 8.5. Or 9. I'll probably give this game a 9 out of 10. It's one of those games that I want people to play till the day they fucking die. So overall, Resident Evil Village gets a fucking 9 out of 10. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, whatever shall I do? Oh yeah, yeah! I'm all yours, baby. Let's do this shit. Yeah, yeah. Watch out with the claws, though. It's kind of, I mean, you're kind of rough. Hey, what are you doing? Oh my God!
Those little arms and legs, I pity you.
Welcome